And that verse was directed towards the thinking of that unchanging one. It is said, if you, on the page 153, we have done that, just to remind how much you have thought about it. ওখানে পড়ে যাওয়ার মতো রেখে যাও কেন? That which is nitya, eternal, among the non-eternal, that which is consciousness among all the relative conscious entities, that one who supplies all the desires, fulfilled or fulfillment of the desires, and that truth who meditates in the heart of their hearts, and they are the people who can achieve peace. How many of you have meditated on this verse? Huh? Bah, good result. But why not all? Hey, Bala, why did you not meditate on this? And what? Everyone should meditate. That's because this is the verses of meditation. Otherwise, mere reading, what it will lead to. To make it deeper in our understanding, we need to contemplate on this thought. Yeah. Otherwise, it will be mere reading. That's a very intellectual satisfaction. But to get the joy, you will have to dive a little deeper. So, nityo anityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman tamatmastham ye anupashyanti dhiraha teshang shanti shashwati netaresham. So what it means, that nitya, again, how to meditate, again I am telling you, please do that. I will be happy and you will also be happy. Nitya anityana. You live in this world where everything is anitya means, what is anitya? Page 153. 153 page. Huh? So what is anitya? Anitya is everything in the universe, which is changing. There is nothing in the universe which is unchanging. Look at that. Analyze. Contemplate on that. Think of that thought again and again. What is that? Your body is changing or not changing? Your mind is changing or not changing? Your eyesight is changing or not changing? Your ear, hearing, changing or not changing? So everything, look at that, this house, changing or not changing, the trees, changing or not changing, the plants, changing or not changing, sun, moon, stars. But all are changing. And then what is that behind which does not change? Try to think about that. What does not change? In the material world, we can think space does not change. Everything happening in the space, but space does not change. But space also changes in the ultimate sense, because space is matter. It falls in the category of the matter. That's why this next verse, chetanas chetananam. If you see everything is conscious or aware, the plant, the trees, the microbes, the amoebas, everything is aware. Human being, animals, in the sea world, go, all the sea animals, everyone has a consciousness. But what is that consciousness behind that consciousness? What is that which gives the awareness to our brain functioning? Think about that. Go deep. Yes, because of that consciousness, I am seeing things. Because of that consciousness, I say I dreamed. Because of that consciousness, I say I slept. So there is some unchanging consciousness. And all these relative experiences coming one after another. I am not that which is relative coming and going. I am that which is unchanging consciousness. So this is the process. How many times you can spend your time, long hours to think in this way, to find out what is our real inner divinity or inner consciousness, which unchanging consciousness. Leela, I cannot see your face. Why not push yourself another right or left, whatever. Eko Bahunam, he who is one in this midst of many. And there should be something which is one amongst the many. Many is an expression of that one. One is the ocean, many is the waves. So, who is that one in the multiple universe of name and form of infinite dimension? Now, if we understand that there is that consciousness behind all our awareness, that unchanging behind all changes, that one behind all multiplicity, and if we can think of that Atmastam, thinking it is in me, in my Atman, and you Unupashyanti, try to see that consciousness or perceive that consciousness or feel that consciousness. Upanishad says, they are the only happy people. And if whatever peace they get, that is abiding peace. Otherwise, everyone is depending on relative, momentary. As we know, from morning till now, how much work we did, how much peace we got back. We get frustration more. But meditating on that consciousness and that one in the change multiple world, that eternal in the midst of this non-eternal, meditating on that, Upanishad says, those who can do that, their peace is eternal, their peace is abiding. Anyhow, we have done that. Now, next verse also we read on page 155, that it is that indefinable great bliss which the sages are referring to when they say it is this. This is Brahman and bliss. How can I know whether this bliss is self-revealing or it is to be grasped through the mind and the intellect? He's talking. How can I describe you? I feel that experience. The Rishi, the seer of truth, is declaring here, Tadetad iti mannante. That is this. Whatever you see, this is that. But how can I express that? What language is there to express my inner experience? So it is not. That's why I cannot reveal that by words. And now, another verse, this is the wonderful verse what Swami Vivekananda used to refer many places in his lectures in this country. As also, it is a thrilling experience of some of the Vivekananda's disciples who used to quote this verse. He said that when we are very much depressed, when we are going through a very tough time, suddenly I remember when Swami Vivekananda is citing this example and pointing towards that. And then our mind gets immediately uplifted. That verse is, Na tatra suryo bhati, na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam, na chandra tarakam, nema vidyuta bhanti, nema kuto ayamagnihi, kuto ayamagnihi, tameva bhantam, anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasha, sarvam idam vibhati, Sarvam idam vibhati. One of the grandest parts of the Upanishad. Yeah. He was talking about how can I express that experience, what is within. What language is there? I cannot express because it is he is that one amongst in the multiple. Yeah. That is that it is that one reality, it is one consciousness behind all our sensate awareness. Sensate awareness of heat, cold, suffering, pleasure, pain, hard, rock, soft, sweet, sour, all these experiences. That is the consciousness which is supplying these experiences. So how can I talk about that? That's why Swami Vivekananda pointing towards the sun and moon and the stars is to show. Not tatra there means in that reality. Why they are showing there? It is here. Brahman is everywhere. But why is showing there? Because we have the concept of heaven. We think heaven is somewhere there. Huh? And it is not here. But that's why, taking our weak point, Swami Vivekananda is giving a boosting in our psychological framework to think that there, no, there, no tatra there, surjo bhati, that the sun does not shine. This sun, material sun, its light is so dependent on that light. This sign, this like a lamp. You put a lamp before daylight. What happens? In your room, if you keep a night lamp, when total darkness comes, you see everything. Okay? But put the night lamp and put the big light. It has any existence? The night lamp has no existence. Put that 100-watt bulb in the dark night. Oh, it is so much light. Put that 100-watt light with a dazzling midday sun. Will you have any light? Will you feel that there is anything? That is the comparison. In that awareness, in that consciousness, and that everlasting blissfulness, this sun, natatru, surjo bhati, this sun, you say, it is glowing light, it is self-light. Sun does not borrow light from anyone. Sun has its own light. You think, oh, it is own light. This light is nothing in that light of consciousness, which is the support of all the lights in the universe. Natatra surja bhati. Then you think, oh, the sun is sun. No chandra tarakam. The moon. No, what the question of moon? Moon is a baby there. No? What about the taraka? In ancient time, Indian spiritual people also knew about the astronomy very well. So they know stars are not twinkling, twinkling little star. It is not twinkling, twinkling little star. But it is much bigger than that of the sun. It's nothing. Sun is a baby. Just a grain of sand to some of the big suns. So he says, no, tarakam, all the stars you see, it is there in that effulgent consciousness, ocean of light and joy. This light of the sun does not work. Not the moon, neither the stars and galaxies. What an idea. Nema vidhuto bhanti. Vidhuto bhanti. What is vidut? Vidut means thunderbolt. Lightning. When lightning comes in the dark night, you see, it's through that darkness, it just dazzling light, no? You think that light will be brightest light like that of the your vidut or the lightning light? No, this light is nothing. Here, the sage is giving us the concept that all the things you think it is lighting the whole universe, the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, they are all meaningless. because they shine because the eternal light is behind, and that is your Atma. See? So Kuto Ayamogni. You look at this fire. Fire is nothing in comparison to the light of the thunderbolt or thunderstorm when lightning comes and cleaves the dark sky and whole place is illumined, lighted. Have you seen in dark night when the lightning comes, how it becomes in a split second it becomes light everywhere. And then it's not that light. Even strongest light you can think of. It is not that light. It is much beyond that light. Many human imagination or human experiences, whatever we know of, the sage is giving us a hint that don't compare that light of consciousness. It's like this light, that light, or light of the sun, or light of the moon, light of the stars. Now light of the lightning, when thunderstorm breaks upon. No, it is not like that. What is the question of this fire in the world? Tamiva bhantam, that is the point. He shining, tam eva, that only, eva, only, bhantam, shining or manifesting, anubhati sarvam. Because of that, everything seems to be lighted. He shining or it shining, he you cannot say, there is no gender there. But we use the language, that's why you have to say he. If you like, say she. If you like, say it. Or if you don't say anything you like. Because it cannot be anything, any adjective you give, you are limiting that infinite reality. So, tam eva bhantam, that shining only, or it shining only, or he shining only. Anubhati sarvam, all this light, what I have described of the sunlight, moonlight, the light of the stars, light of the lightning, thunderbolt, these lights are only following that light. Because of that light, they shine little bit here and little bit there. Then now you think, what is that light, which is this foundation of all these lightning things in the universe? Tasya bhasa, he shining. Sarvam idam, everything in this universe. Every plant, animal, human, subhuman, gods, angels, everything is vibrant. Everything is manifesting because of that. So, in the presence of Brahman, the sun does not shine, not to the moon and stars. Go to the translation on 156. Nor does lightning, let alone this fire. When Brahman shines, everything else follows. But its light, by its light, all these are lighted. It is a verse to meditate. Explanation is enough, explanation. So in the previous verse, it was started that Brahman is present in every being as bliss. Now the Upanishad adds that Brahman is also light. Why? Brahman is Satchidananda, three aspects. First point, it is there, unchanging. That's one point. Second point, it is consciousness. It is absolute bliss. Second point. Third point, it is full of bliss and joy. Absolute joy. That's why we call absolute existence, absolute consciousness, and absolute bliss. Satchidananda, that is it. Translated. But no translation is perfect. You use any language for Brahman, you are really making Brahman less than it is. You may write whole tons of pages of books, but you cannot express what is Brahman. Ramakrishna said in his simple language, everything became uchishtam. Uchishtam means defiled. Why? Because you can say that, and it's come out of your mouth. But Brahman alone is undefiled. No one have ever been born in the world who have expressed Brahman. There is a story, no? One son, one father has two sons. In early days, every householder, they're the ideal of the world. They are all knowers of truth. Well, think of that society. A father knows Brahman, mother knows like that, and children are born in that environment. What a spiritual culture. Huh? And then when the boy grew up to certain age, they, they used to teach themselves as a father teaching the son. But some teachers, some fathers used to think this child will learn more, not as a father, because I am very close. Let him go to another teacher. Is it not? You don't go to learn from your teacher in your school days. You went to another teacher. Your father may be a college professor. He knows much more, but you don't go to him. He's my father. He does not know anything. We all do that, is it not? So this sage was so happy, so intelligent. He does not keep these children to son to with him to teach them Vedic wisdom and knowledge. And then he said, okay, go to Guru Griha, go to your teacher. So he sent to another Brahmagyani family. And he went and learned. And those days, you know, as is the way, first memorize, don't talk. Not like today's universe. Most people don't know anything and talk too much. As a result, creating confusion in one and also in others. So here what happens? He didn't say anything. Go and repeat the mantra. So they all memorize this. And then the teacher will teach, okay, now what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And go on questioning, teaching them, and training them the austerity and other spiritual practice, and then reach the culmination, that Brahma-Jnana. No? So now the two students, after long study, has come back home, and he asked the son, one son, son, please tell me, you are in your teacher's home. What did you learn? He's an intelligent boy. He started quoting all the Upanishads and Vedas and this and that, as we are talking now. Big sounding, high sounding. I'm talking all this big thing. Boom bum. He then started quoting from the Upanishad, this Upanishad, this, that. Brahman is like that, Brahman is like that. It's infinite, it is this, it is that. And then he continued, and father was very calm and serene, and he understood what is the depth of his son, that son. And then he called another son. My son, what did you understand about Brahman? Please tell me. And when he came, he stood silent, could not say anything. Then, father, it may be dull. One dull boy will also stand like that. And one man of experience will also stand there without any expression. Then the father said, you have the right knowledge. It's a tough and bright student, knowing fully well Brahman cannot be expressed through any language in the world. That's why there is a verse on the Lord Shiva. It's called Shiva Mahimna, you know. And there it is said, O Shiva, same, Brahman, Shiva is equated here with Brahman. O Shiva, if your glory, to write down your glory, what Pushpadanta was the name of the writer who was composing this. Pushpadanta, like Robert, and just for English name it is easy. Pushpadanta is the Sanskrit name. So Pushpadanta, he writes that, O Lord Shiva, how can I express your glory? If the Mother Saraswati, yesterday was Mother Saraswati's day, who is the goddess of learning, that Mother, she is the goddess of learning. She gives us all the intelligence, no? Suppose she herself take a pen. She herself take a pen to write the glory of Lord Shiva. And what is that pen? If you take ordinary pen, If you write 10 pages, then the pen, old pen you imagine. It get blunt, and then you sharpen it, and you get blunt, and then throw away. So that pen in early days, from the twig, we used to do the pen. In our early childhood also, I used that. Anyone is here experiencing? Like that we did. And there is the ink pot and a tablet. We used to get tablet and put it and crush it. Then it will be ink in an ink pot. And you take a twig and make the end very sharp so that it is like this. And then you put it and start writing. So, but to write the glory of Lord Shiva, if any pen you use, within short time it is throwable. That's why I think that in the heaven there is a tree. It's called Parijata tree. If that tree becomes the pen, Parijata tree means it never gets destroyed. It's unending. So make that pen. And suppose the ocean becomes the ink, water. Ocean becomes the water. And the tablet. What is the tablet? All the Himalayan range, all the snow. Imagine how much is that. That becomes the tablet. And Mother Saraswati writes the glory of Lord Shiva. Oh Lord Shiva, you are great, you are this, you are that, you are that. And on which page? These pages are limited. The whole surface of the earth, imagine, become the page. And that Mother Saraswati herself, who is the giver of all wisdom and knowledge, she takes the pen and dips into the ocean ink and writes on the surface of the earth, continues forever. She will be unable to write your glory. See, meaning what it means, that the glory of the Atman, the glory of the Brahman can never be expressed in any language. Whatever you say, you may give a better expression, but it is not that what you are talking. Brahman is not that. So this is the definite idea what has been given here, that you cannot understand that. No vidduta bhanti, what is the question of? Because he is shining, because the existence of that Brahman, anubhati sarvam, everything in this cosmos, we find that it is expressing yourself, or it is manifesting as consciousness or anything. So it depends on that. He is shining. That's why we say, devotees also say, to see the glory of Lord in everything. Everything you see, what you see? You see a beautiful flower. The devotee will have to say, no. It is not the beauty of the flower. It's God's beauty is manifesting through the flower. And it's everything in this universe. All of the manifestation of that one absolute in the level of duality. So we see the light from the sun, the moon, the stars, etc. But their light fades away when they are in the presence of Brahman. As I gave the relative example, night lamp fades away when 100-watt bulb is put. 100-watt bulb which fades away, 1000-watt bulb is given. 1000-watt bulb becomes meaningless if it is put before the sunlight. And then sunlight becomes meaningless if you go to the stars. Stars become meaningless if you cluster all together in one place, that brightness. Like that, and go back and back and back. And that is the Brahman, which is the light of light. So, the implication is that they have no light of their own. They derive their light from Brahman. Brahman alone is the source of light, and it is also self-luminous. Not only do the sun, moon, stars derive their light from Brahman, but our sense organs also derive their power to reveal that. Who is allowing me to understand anything of the universe? This brain, the neuro system there, or the, neurons, function of the neuron, Who animates the neuron? A dead body. Here the cells, brain cells are there. Animating force is what? So the question is that he is the source to animate, that he or the light of the light, that Brahman. Thus, the sense organs cannot reveal the self because they are the product. Understand that a son cannot know the birth of the mother, but mother can know the birth of the son. Understand? So Brahman is such, everything has come out of Brahman. So how can you know Brahman? Because Brahman is the root from which the creation has come. So that's why, thus these sense organs is so powerful but cannot reveal the self capital, the Atman. The self reveals itself when the mind is pure only. And Ramakrishna said, you can say it is mindless. Mind pure means, what is pure mind? Pure mind means, mind is what? Define mind. Mind is what? Which fluctuates, which vacillates. No? If it does not vacillate, if it does not fluctuate, you need not have to say it is mind. So, this is the point, that the sense organs cannot reveal the self reveals itself when the mind is pure. When the mind is pure means it is mindless. Purity of the mind we talk about every day. And we get frightened. Oh my God, pure. Pure is a very frightening word. No, it is not to be frightened. Impure mind is that when vacillating. Impure mind is that what does not allow you to see the thing in proper perspective. Impure mind is that which creates confusion in your mind, which creates fear, anxieties, worries, no? But what is the pure mind? Pure mind sees through, like a glass pane, what is there beyond. It is the Atman here and there. Nothing to worry, nothing to fear, and no duality, not many. It is that one. So pure mind means when mind loses its capacity to vacillate. Mind loses its capacity to cognize thing in a different way. Mind does not play a fun with you and bring you unhappiness and misery. It fails to do that. So that is called the pure mind. And Ramakrishna said that's why pure mind, pure intelligence, and pure Atman, they are all same. That means when your mind becomes pure, that's why we every day morning we chant the name of the Lord and His glory unceasingly, no? Every morning, how many times we chant here? Every day we chant. Special occasion we chant. And wherever we get an opportunity, we talk about chant the name of the Lord, chant the name of the Lord, chant the name of the Lord. Why? So that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean. Wiping to make the mind clean. Because dirty mirror gives a distorted figure of your own shining face. That's why clean it, clean it, clean it. I give the example. Doing mantra. We are all got mantra from our gurus. Mantra is like cleaning process of the mind. We are talking about Vedanta. Vedantic cleaning is I'm not the body, not the mind, go on like that. The same purpose. But even you say, I am that, I am that, I am that. That is also Vedantic meditation. Vedantic repetition of the mantra. Your Ishta mantra, your Guru gave, you can chant that. As a Vedanta student, you can chant, I am that. That's also Vedantic chanting. When you say I am that, when you say I am a child of the Lord, whatever may be your emotional connection with the divine, you are raising your consciousness into that divine. And what is happening? I give the example, most favorite to me. You take a raw piece of iron and you want to make it magnet. How do you do that? According to science? Who can tell? How do we do?
You take another magnet and you rub it on.
Yeah, two types of magnetism is there. Permanent and
Impermanent.
impermanent. And momentary, temporary. Temporary polarity can be generated according to physics. There are so many people you know, you are not telling. So you put the wire around that bar and put heavy electricity. With the force of this Fleming's left hand rule or right hand, I forgot so many years now. So with that, it generates the energy and polarity generates in the bar. It's called strong magnet, but it is impermanent. As soon as the electricity is gone, it goes back to its old form. But if you want to a permanent magnet, what you do? You take a permanent magnet itself, another magnet. And this is the bar. This body, suppose this is a iron bar. It has no polarity, no attraction for God, no repulsion for worldliness. I'm happy with the world. Sometimes I think God is also there. So I'm doing that and I'm doing that. This is the condition of this bar. Now this bar, I want to make it magnet. What to do? They say, okay, take another magnet. A guru gave the mantra. That is the magnet. Now touch it every day and push it. Pull it. As soon as you pull one stroke, maybe millions of molecules are there, all disorganized. Maybe 10 of them become straightened in one pull. Then do again. Another 10, another 10, another 10, another 10. And ultimately you'll find polarity has been generated there. It became a magnet then. So this is the bar of iron. All inner polarity is going this direction, that direction, that direction. No? Our mind is going in 1,000 directions, not towards God. So when it is generated that way, putting the name of the Lord or thinking, I am Atman, I am pure, I am stainless. This does not befit me, I cannot behave like that. This is my dignity of spiritual dignity. Think whatever way you like to do that. That is every day it is helping us to reorganize our inner personality. And it's creating a God-centered personality inside. And when it is perfectly done, then we call him a holy man. We go and touch their feet. We feel uplifted. That is to be done. We all can be a saint if we take the trouble to do that. It is called pure mind, to create the pure mind. Yes?
For this Vedantic meditation, you said that I am that, they are thinking. So without knowing that, how can one meditate, say like that I am that? Because for Bhakta's meditation, it is okay, because that they are putting some qualities. That okay,
Here also qualities, all the verse, take Shankara's verses. That is the meditation.
But Brahman is beyond qualities.
But you have to start from a certain point that is beyond. That's why you say, I am not this, I am Atman. You don't understand anything, but say that. But you only reject, not this, not this, not this. By this process, you are eliminating what you are not.
But
and if you.
Atman is not the absolute Atman. When I'm saying.
You are a student is student. Student is not a master. Why are you making mistake like that? A student is a student. So Bhakta. Bhakta saying, oh Lord, does he understand anything? Oh Lord, I give you a flower. What? Anyone understand that I am really giving flower to the? It's all the student is imagining. Today's imagination is tomorrow's realization. So we have to start in that way to eliminate what I am not. If I put in my mind the concept I am not of anything of this, then what will remain? If you can totally eliminate, what will remain? That is that. And that Shankara says, Shivoham, Shivoham. You don't understand anything. But are you very careful about eliminating aspect of it? Vedanta is eliminating aspect. And they don't talk directly much of the, but automatically It is not Buddhism. That Buddhism will also eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. But what you are, you need not have to think. It will be that. But here is a greater advantage. I am not this, but I am this. But I say I don't understand anything. This verse, what is saying. But you can imagine. Right? This negative. Natatra, in that awareness. Surjo Bhati, think. The light which the sun emits. How many millions and billions and trillions wattage of light is around? It is not that light. Just imagine that. That is the eliminating process. Not the stars, not the moon, but it's that light which illumines, which gets manifested to the moon, to the sun, to the stars. Just think this way. See where you stand now, how your heart is becoming bigger. That is the way it will ought spontaneously. And Shankara says, helps us, says, you are that, you are that, you are Satchidananda. You don't understand anything. But are you expert in eliminating process or not? If you don't, then it's a mistake. Does it make sense? We ought to eliminate first. Because ওই যে জড়ায়ে আছে বাধা ছাড়ায়ে যেতে চাই, রবীন্দ্রনাথ টেগোর said, জড়ায়ে আছে বাধা ছাড়ায়ে যেতে চাই, ছাড়াতে গেলে ব্যথা বাজে. We are entangled with the life's happenings, happiness, misery, pleasure, pain. I want to get out of it. I want to detach from it. But when I make an attempt to do like that, my heart is so soft, it gets stuck like a, what you call, glue, strong glue. Its glue is such a, it does not make any separate. It is like one, I am that, and then, not I am not this, it will not come. How many times you say, it is glued. What you call that? Velcro. That also comes out, makes a noise. But some glue is so strong, it will neither come out and neither do. This is Mahatamaso.
Super glue.
Super glue. And the super glue people have knows nothing of spirituality. They will have to do much other chemicals and something they have to put. Strong acid test, this, that. Because that will make a little separation between the two separate identities. And this Velcro is better because you pull it, it makes noise. No, I don't want to get out. Oh, I know, no, but you can pull it out. So spirituality is detaching. Vedantic spirituality is not this, not this, not this. I am not this. Yes, I am attached to the body. And this is my condition. But I see that it is not, I cannot be that. So that strong analytical mind will help us to feel what I am automatically. But I have no Vedanta. The Vedanta is a very, I think, the much better process than that of Buddhistic thinking of nihilism or void. Yeah, I am not criticizing those who practice that. But point is that it is much helpful. I am not this, but I am the light, I am the effulgence, I am the blissful, I am the ocean of joy. It makes more little soothing. Meditation makes little soothing. So, not only do the sun, moon and stars derive their light from Brahman, but our sense organs also derive their power. Our sense organs also derive the power to reveal from Brahman the cosmic self within. Thus, these sense organs cannot reveal the self. The self reveals itself when the mind is pure. What is meant by pure? The mind is pure when it is free from the idea of me and mine, in a gross sense, and when mind is pure, when it does not cling to any limited thing. It only hangs on. Google Hangout. Google Hangout is what? Does it make any sense? Anyhow.
So, but wouldn't that mean going forward we also have to detach eventually from the positive aspect of like I am the ocean of bliss?
Yeah. That will also go away. In the Samadhi state, who will say I am bliss? It is what we in a lower level we are saying I am not this, I am this. I am a student now. So I say I am this. No, you are not this. You are something more higher. It is like taking a child of 5th grade to 6th grade, 6th grade to 7th grade, and then leave the school. The student does not live in the school forever whole life. Huh? So we'll have to say this is not, and get out of the school. The school of duality, wherever we live. It's a beautiful, beautiful. And this is, I tell you, this is a wonderful meditation verse. Just sit. Natatro surya bhati, think in that consciousness, this light of the sun is meaningless. Think of the brighter and brighter light of the light. It is just a imagination. All spiritual practice is imagination towards the beginning. But imagination for us. But those who are people of experience, they have seen that experience. They live in that experience. So this book, I read this out from another book, and then here is the end of this chapter. Next day we'll start the last chapter probably. Part 2, chapter 3.
One more saying in Sanskrit. You're in the second chapter. Could you read that, please?
Oh, iti Kathopanishadi Ditya Adhyaye Ditya Balli. That means here ends the second chapter of the second part of the Kathopanishad. I am reading the same because 5-10 minutes are there to give more explanation on this verse, what this Chinmayananda Swami has given. So I will read that. It will help you. The same thing, what I have said, it is a verse of contemplation. If I talk for hours together, it is also meaningless. Only one will have to sit and sink into it. So the 15th verse here it says, the sun does not shine there, nor does the moon, nor do the stars, nor the lightnings, and much less this fire. When he shines, everything shines after him. But his light, by his light, all these shine. Even today, long after we have forgotten our own great Bible, the Upanishads, we are hearing this mantra almost every day, repeated in all temples and in all worships. Since no ritual is generated concluding without chanting this mantra soon after the common and well-being of Arati. And sometimes in some Hindu temples, they chant this mantra and wave the light. Seeing this light is not the real light. And the dualistic worship. But the sages are so intelligent and help us that they have put the non-dualistic concept into it. All this worship, people don't know. If they actually delve into it, then you will find that it is that non-dual idea is given here. So he says, in all the temples, many of the temples, Hindu temples, they chant, they wave the light. We chant in our way. Swami Vivekananda has given some chants. But in traditional, some old chants, they will find they chant with this mantra. Natatro surya bhati. This verse, this last verse, the 15th verse of this. None of the devotees or the pandits has ever come to really understand the message of this stanza, except probably some who have surface knowledge of its more word meaning. Our religion has become hollow and without any significance to us because of our unintelligent way of living our religion. He's talking to the people who are doing this arati every day, chanting this mantra, but don't know the meaning, or even know the meaning, superficial meaning, but never contemplate. As I am every time saying, contemplate, meditate, come next week with this meditation. But who will listen? Who will do that? We are so busy, we cannot do even 5-10 minutes every day meditating on this, no? And do it and see the result, what it comes. You will not lose anything. A mere parrot-like repetition of the stanza in a language unknown to us, without seeking to understand its meaning in itself, will not and cannot give benefit at all. Those who, when you sleep, when you sit for meditation and doze off, how many times we doze off? Hey, all are putting their head down. Open up and say, how many of you doze off during meditation? Most of us, I also in the line, found line. Meditate this verse. It's a light. Think of light. Think of sun's light. Think of the light of the stars. Think of the light of the moon. Think your sleep will go away. And that light permeates everywhere. And that is not this. This is a gross expression of that light. Now if you can go one step inner to understand what will be that light. Where will be your sleep? Sleep will run away. So when you find dozing, repeat this mantra and try to meditate on this. See, sleep runs away. Sleep slips away. There are some karmakandis. Karmakandis means orthodox people who claim all powers to mantras and kirtanas merely repeated, even if the one repeating them knows not their meaning, nor understanding their significances. But we cannot subscribe to this false, unintelligent, hypocritical nonsense. That means when you chant something, you should know its meaning. Of course, there is a tradition. Oh, don't know the meaning, just repeat. That has its value. But why not? We are intelligent people. We Google search and find out what is not available. Find out this way, that way, that way, that way. You bring out some meaning. Why not this brightest verses of the Upanishads? Why not? Don't you understand this meaning and meditate on it? This is hypocrisy. Were it true, why not applaud a gramophone box for the beauty of the song it had sung, or a pat the shoulders of your radio box, congratulating it for the talk it has relayed to you. He's telling his old folk, he will talk today of YouTube and this and that, or many things they will say. So thank the YouTube. You have to thank the person. No. So go to the root of it. Tatra means there. There means the Lord. Death is indicating here the realm of the self, capital, which is in the land of the knowledge absolute. In that plane of divine consciousness, there is no need for another agent of light to illuminate. Everything needs another supporting light. But night time we have a flashlight. But flashlight needs a battery. Battery needs some origin where the battery is generated. So it goes on back. So the fundamental light is there. All the sources of physical light are denied in the realm of truth with this mantra, wherein the Lord of Death says that there is neither the sun, nor the moon, nor the stars, nor the lightning. And as such, where can be the light of fire? In short, there is in this light no other light other than itself. Only light is there. So only, even that's, as I said, it's any language you say about the reality, you destroy its charm. You say it is existence, it is knowledge, it is bliss. That means you are dividing into three categories of his qualities, as if Brahman has three qualities. No, the three words are used for us, the fools who don't understand the truth. The sages are kind enough pulling them down and trying to give us some concept of that. That's why they are talking, it is Sat, Chit, Ananda. But it is that which cannot be spoken. Silence is the voice of that experience. In short, there is in this light, capital, no other light other than itself, the capital. In the sun, there is no need for a torch to illuminate. For given the example, we don't say, oh, where is the sun? Let us bring my flashlight and put it. Oh, this is the sun. You don't need. So the Atman don't need any sun or any moon or any star. Oh, this is Atman. See? You want to see? Here is the light. You don't need. So, Anubhuti means shines after. Anubhati means shines after. Truth is the substratum for all the seeming activities of life. While life is extinct, the activities of the sense organs, mind, intellect are also at an end. And when these three entities in man have folded themselves up and as it were rolled up to that individual, there is no more the sun, the moon, the lightning, or the light of fire. So long as life is in him, he recognizes all the sources of light in physical world. Naturally, it is philosophical evidence, and logically it can be maintained that the giver of all light is none other than the intelligence capital of the intellect. Intellect, our intellect is lighted by that light behind. As you know, remember the five circles? Huh? The body is illumined. First, the light of the self is there. That illumines your ego body. Ego's light falls on your intelligence, and intelligence is lighted. That light falls on your mind. Mind gets illumined. That falls on your energy, prana. That prana becomes reality. That falls on the body. That's why body is shining. Body is heat. Huh? When that connection is dislodged because of anything, then this body becomes a stale body. It does not function anyway. So, hence the Lord of Death says that all shines after it, by its light all this shine. Now, that we know the real significance of this stanza, it must be possible for us to think for ourselves the voiceless depth of self-evident suggestiveness. In ordering this mantra to be repeated at the close of every Hindu ritual and sacred religious ceremony. The importance of this stanza is again emphasized in the fact that the same stanza has been repeated in two more Upanishads. We are saying in the Kathopanishad and another two Upanishads. There we have this mantra in the Mundaka Upanishad and also Svetasvatara Upanishad. Though in a slightly different words, we have the same transcendental idea that the self is the source of light. And this is also found in the Bhagavad Gita, the 15th chapter, 6th verse. It shows how self is the existing principle that lends to every other object their existing illumination. So no other light can illumine the light, real light, behind all lights. So this is all. So you have any question? Yes?
Today is supposed to be, I think it's Surya Jayanta Day, the birth of the sun.
Surya?
Surya Jayanta.
Jaya?
Celebration in India today.
Oh, I do not know that. Maybe.
Birth of the sun.
Oh, I do not know. Yeah, maybe there. Hinduism does so many things. They make every day something so that we become really spiritual and to help us. So, anything?
Thank you.
Hmm?
Thank you.
So this gives us inspiration to, as I said, no, Upanishad is a treasure for humanity. It is beyond any barrier of country, language. It's only the solace of the heart. If one contemplates that treasure which we are carrying within us, it will come out, it will reveal more and more. And that is the glory of human birth. So we should have to take advantage of that. Meditate. That's why Swami, please. That is not Upanishad. He wrote the aphorisms of uniting yourself to the divine by meditation. Psychologist, he was the greatest psychologist who wanted to understand the mind and how to train the mind and make it one-pointed towards the truth, and then reach the state beyond all mental condition. That is called samadhi. So that is not Upanishad. Upanishad is written by sages whose name is not known. They are so great. We are such people that if I write one line, I make a what you call copyright. My writing, you cannot take it. But these are the greatest treasure given to the whole humanity. You do not know who this sage, where he was born. It is the truth. That's why India always emphasized on the truth, not on what. That's why time zone, time period, Western scholar, Eastern scholar always get into the trouble. Eastern scholars will say it is thousands of years. Western will say, it is 500 BC. I cannot go further. It is too much. Give a license of 500 BC. And now it is timeless truth. So we do not know when it was revealed to what sage. And they are so great, they never mentioned their own name. They only proclaimed the truth to their disciple, helping them to be awakened in the spirit of consciousness. And they in their turn gave to their disciple, that is the oral tradition, coming down, 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 down. And Patanjali, actually, he has helped us by formulating the high spiritual ideals in a nutshell. We call sutras. It is like aphorisms, where few words to remember. In those days, there is no such. We don't remember anything now. We put everything comes in my computer, in my telephone. Whatever, anything. My mind is blank. Every time we have to see, what is there? But their mind, there is no computer outside computer. Brain was their computer. They kept everything in the brain. And their experience, their struggle, and their understanding. So it has become a tradition. So sutras, they are composed so that students can easily remember, memorize them, and then can expand in their own way. Anyhow, so Patanjali was a sage. We don't consider that he was a sage of the Upanishad. Upanishads are nameless sages mostly. We do not know their name. And we have so many Upanishads. I have a book, what you call, where 228 or something Upanishads, references there. Quotations are there a little bit as a reference if you have the original book. But we don't get so much. Now we get 108 Upanishads. And that Upanishads are also later added. But Upanishad talks about the ultimate spiritual truth.
What language?
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit. No. But let's consider that they were composed by the sages 5,000 years ago, the ones of argument. And they are self-evident truths that are universal that go on for infinity and forever. Do you think it might be possible that those same Upanishads or those same truths were composed like 5 million years ago by
Hindus believe that this truth is eternal. At the time of creation, God gave this truth to few when created human being. That's concept. He created two paths. One path for going to the experience of life. Another, those who want to straight go to God. And they don't need that experience. So that path, this path and that path. So those who are given the direct path, they are the Upanishadic truth. And that revealed in the hearts of the pure souls who are born from the very birth of that type of purity. And that is handed down, handed down, handed down, handed down, it comes. Or The same truth can be experienced in this country also without knowing that. Because it is truth. Truth does not depend on a particular country, particular time, particular space. Truth is truth. Anywhere you can realize. Many people may have the same experience outside.
Didn't Ramakrishna separate his disciples by ones that were already like born, kind of God realized, and the other ones that were there to like awaken it?
Yes, Sri Ramakrishna taught individuals according to their inclination, bhakti path, jnana path. But his idea was to blend all these ideologies. So the point is that yes, those ideals were there in the from the who knows which time onward, eternal truth.
So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that I revealed this Gita to Vaivasvata Manu, the beginning of the seventh Manvantara.
Right.
And then to the Manu to the Ikshvaku, and was lost. Now I am telling you again.
So the eternal truth remains the same, and people forget. Huh? And then again someone comes to boost it up, and again people forget. But the truth is there. Truth can be experienced in any part of the world, anywhere. Say, Philokalia, the Russian saint, read his writings. They will find the traces of the Upanishadic ideas. No? Even in the, what is called that book, is Islamic text, An al-Haq. An al-Haq. They are talking about I am that. In the Islamic mystic tradition. No? So, truth, ultimate. But Hinduism is pregnant with this truth because it has been overtly experienced and talked about and preached about, and so. So in other religions, yes, every religion have created saints of the highest order, but it is more in the tradition of Hinduism because here was the religious democracy. You can follow your path and no one will hurt you. But other religion, if you don't follow, I can chop your head. So this is the problem. Achha. Okay, it is already late, but if you already 10 minutes, 15, you have to go home. Okay, if you have any question, quickly tell me what the question.
Do you know any Swamis who, in the light of the theory of Darwin's evolution, shine Vedanta onto that? Like, I really don't see us.
Darwin's theory of evolution, Swamiji has said, you are talking in the physical level. And in the physical world, there is evolution. Of course, evolution is going on. But you look at the bigger perspective, and that evolution happens every time. And human being now, being in the climax of his understanding, intelligence and everything is more developed than that of the other animals. So that's why it is divided into 4 yugas, or it's called this primitive age, this age, that is. But yeah, it is there. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Gunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvisha Bahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam Astu.
Yeah.